Hi, welcome to Raj and I. In today's video, we are going to discuss about creating custom columns in Power BI. Power BI is one kind of tool which will be used as part of data visualization, as part of business intelligence, especially useful nowadays for the people who are working on business analysis environment. Of course, it's not only for business analyst, even for other profiles also this is something essentially required, but more for BA because they are the one who are gathering the requirements from the customer and providing solutions. So hence it is always important for them to have a knowledge over business intelligence, especially data visualization like Power BI, all that. So in the earlier sessions, I have shown you how to transform the data from an external source of Excel and all, everything was shown to you. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create custom columns, right? So here, wherein whenever we want to create a custom column, we have to give a name for that. So wherein I'm giving a name called serial number, right? So this is what generally the custom column is what I have taken, right? So custom column is what serial number I have taken. After that, if you want to add custom columns here, you can see one more column as name, right? So name of the customer, right? So this is what, right? So this is what name of the customer is what I have taken, right? So this is what I have taken. Name of the customer is what I have taken. After that, contact details. Contact details is what I have taken. Wherein, right? So contact details was taken here. At the same time, mailing address. Right. So mailing address is what generally I have taken, right? So this is how generally the creating of columns, right? So if you want to customize columns in using Power BI especially, so this is where generally we have to use it, right? So either this number can be of anything, right? So that is mailing address, whichever we want to change, right? So you want to change the addresses, all that, wherein we can change these addresses, whatever the serial number we have given, right? So if you want to create any filters, right? So which is equals to, right? So if you want to create any filters and all that, right? For example, apply one or more filter conditions for the serial number, right? So basic one, which is equals to 3, for example, equals to 4, right? So and does not equal to 0, right? For example, just as an example, I have just taken here, right? So this is where generally the filters which can be created for whatever the activity, whatever the columns we have created and all everything is what we can do. At the same time, if you want to add any kind of column for examples and all, that also we can add so that we can do it. At the same time, if you want to add any kind of index columns and all everything, that also can be added to the existing ones. Or else if you want to keep any kind of rows or something, like all these rows and all everything can also be included in it. This is how generally the custom columns is what we have to create being a business analyst whenever we are working on Power BI as part of business intelligence, data visualization and all everything. So this is what and how usually this custom columns, all this can be created. At the same time, if you want to add any column for examples, wherein right, so this is where generally custom columns, any column for examples, if you want to see that we can do it, that's not an issue. At the same time, if you want to add any kind of conditional columns, right? So any conditional columns to be created or something like, right? So for example, for this serial number, which is equals to, right? So the kind of value, what is that we are going to provide, then it must be, right? So whatever the you need, if you want to add any kind of clause to that, right? So if you want to use any kind of clause and if you want to use any kind of clauses and all everything, we can use it. Otherwise, you can delete it. That's not a required. So whatever is regulated and whatever the clause is needed, so that we can do it, right? So this is how you can see. This is where generally this custom, right? So this is how generally this custom columns and all everything is what we have to be created. This is how columns to create. These are all the things which are essentially required whenever we are working on Power BI. At the same time, if you want to merge any kind of queries or something like, so here you can see there is an option called merge queries, wherein we need to provide and we have to take the details, what are the details we're mentioning and all. So here we have to take the columns, all that stuff. So, right, so yeah, so column numbers, everything we have to take. So and whatever the merging and all everything that we have to do. But whenever we want to do this merging of queries, we need to have a data, complete data as separate. Because this is what generally whatever we have done is only a column creation is what we have done. So apart from that, if you want to merge any kind of queries and all everything to the existing application, that also can be done, right? So this is how generally this columns and all everything can be created. So based on that, whatever the data to be updated to the existing application or the data whatever we are going to transform to the existing application, either it can be serial number, right? So for example, you want to remove the empty part, right? So empty part can be removed here, right? So all these things we can do. This is how generally this customization can be prepared. It's not only data transformation, data can be extracted from multiple sources. Apart from that, it is always important for us to understand and know how to create custom columns and all everything in Power BI as part of report generation, whatever is required in coming days as part of the project, what is that we are working on, especially on the data related stuff, data related applications, all that. So this is all about this video. If you have any questions, if you have any queries in regard to that. So this is something especially useful for business analyst and other even beginner level people. If you have any questions, if you have any queries, please reach out to the contact details, which will be posted in below to this video. Thank you.